Shanti. One more time we'll do second and one. You're sounding so good.
The last one, it says Iddha, Pattinam.
Uchair Ghoshaya Krandayate Pattinam Pataye. Namo Hiranyabahave Rudraya. Rudraya tatha vine. That's the place, one place we have to say it properly. Huh? Happy Dasra to all of you. Happy Vijayadashmi to all of you. Swami decided I should be here today, I guess. So, and he wanted to make sure the class is held on Vijayadashmi day because it's most auspicious day for it. It is the time when Bhagavan is conducting Veda Saptaha Yajnam in Puttaparthi, and today morning in India, right, was the Purnahuti, right? So, hence made sure that the Veda chanting should happen here too. So, and he decided to come to this place on a Vijayadashmi day. Who knows why? They say that anything you start on a Vijayadashmi day is a success. Right? So when you start something on Vijayadashmi day, it has to be success because it is the day of victory. Vijaya Dashami. Vijaya Dashami. Dashami means 10. Vijaya Dashami means the victory over the 10. It is, people say Dasara, Dasara. It is not actually Dasara. It is Dashahara. Dashahara became Dasara because people could not say Dashara, Dashahara, Dashahara, Dashahara. So it became Dasara, Dasara, Dasara. In Telugu, Sarada means fun. Dasara, Sarada. So that's why people do Garbhas. Sarada means jolliness, happy. Dasara actually is Dashahara. That is destruction of 10 is Dashahara. What is the destruction of the 10 that are destroyed? And on this 10th day, because 10 things are destroyed, this is the celebration of victory over the 10. And the victory over the 10 are, first one is Kama. Next one is kama is desire. Krodha is anger. Lobha is greed. Moha is attachment. Mada is anger over, no, finished. Arrogance, malice. Malice. Mada. Matsarya is? Matsarya is not ignorance. Jealous. Yeah. Jealousy. Matsarya is jealousy. So there are the 6 evils. But then it is victory over the 10. What are the rest of the 4? We stopped at 6 because people say Shadvairi, 6 enemies. They are the 6 enemies that are associated with the senses themselves. The 6 enemies associated with the senses are Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Now you see how they are constructed. This is an SSC class today. How they are constructed, the 6 are constructed. It is starting with what first? Kama, desire. Desire leads to anger, because if you don't get your desire fulfilled, you get angry. Anger leads to greed, because now once you become angry, you become greedy about something. You want to get it, so you become greedy. Next one is moha. Once you become greedy, you are attached. Next one is mada. You will do anything to get it. Malice. You resort to anything to fulfill your attachment. Attachment is so strong, it will lead to malice, because you will now become arrogant and you will go destroy everything around you. The power, want to get that. That is malice. Then Matsarya. If somebody has it and you don't have it, that is Matsarya. It's the worst of all the enemies. It's the worst of all the enemies. Because Swami says even animals are not jealous. Only human being is jealous. Swami says in a discourse, in his wildlife discourse, Jantunam Nara Janma Durlabham. Because it's very difficult to get a human birth amongst the animal birth. But some of the qualities animals have, even human being doesn't have. Swami said a tiger doesn't look at a tiger and say, how beautiful this tiger is, it won't feel jealous. Only human, oh look at her, how pretty she is, oh look at him, how cute he is. All this jealousy, then jealousy starts. Appreciation is different from jealousy. Appreciation is, somebody has it, you feel happy. If somebody has it and you don't have, you feel bad. That is jealousy. Mada, Matsarya, jealous. Now, all these 6 are designed by one thing. Who is giving these inputs? Who is getting the inputs from your outside? Mind. So the 7th one is mind. Who is controlling the mind? Intellect. Intellect, yes. Intellect is the next enemy. Even that is an enemy. Because why? Intellect is, if you are intellectual and somebody is not, they don't have the awareness, you try to look down upon them. Because intellect can lead to arrogance, you see. If you have something and you recognize it, you are aware of it, somebody else is not aware of it, then what do you say immediately? Oh, that stupid fellow, why can't he think of it? This is intellectual arrogance. That is the most difficult of enemies to kill. Even spiritual arrogance. You are spiritual, somebody is not. You feel, oh, we can do this. They can't do this. We are big center, we can do this. They are small center, they can, small project. Oh no. This is arrogance. It's not that you are, if you are a big center, you can do a big project. You should feel more humble and do even bigger project. Not look at a smaller center and say, oh, look at that. They can't even do this. This is arrogance. This is intellectual arrogance. And that is even much more difficult enemy to conquer. You see how many enemies, each enemy, the simplest one to conquer is actually desire. If you got that, the rest of it is taken care. But that's the most simple one. Simple doesn't mean easy. Simple doesn't mean easy. So next one is Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. Then Mano, Buddhi. Next one is? No. Huh? That is ego, but that is not the next one. SSC teachers are now wondering what to say. Huh? Chitta. What is chitta? Instinct. Even subtler than intellect is instinct. Because your intellect doesn't work if the instinct is not there. Something is priming your intellect, and the one that primes is the instinct. And where is this instinct coming from? The instinct is nothing but the karma. What all you have done during your past lives, they are all programmed inside you. Just like the whole banyan tree, the entire genotype is programmed in a small seed, isn't it? Yeah? From the seed only everything comes. So is the seed, so is the plant. The mango seed has to become a mango only. It cannot become tomato. No? Because it's all programmed inside the seed. And that seed is the instinct. And that instinct is triggered by ahankara, the I consciousness, the small I. I am the doer consciousness. This body is the doer consciousness. This mind is the doer consciousness. And to annihilate these 10 enemies, when these 10 enemies are destroyed, it is called Dasha Hara. Dasha Hara became Dasara. Dashami means 10. The 10, after the 10 comes, after Dashami comes, Ekadashi. Ekadashi is, how much is Ekadashi? 4. Hello? The mathematics. Huh? Oh, who said 4? Somebody said 4. Okay, what is Ekadashi? Ekadashi is 11. 11 stands for the 11 Rudras. 11 stands for the 11 Anuvakas. In Rudram there are 11 Anuvakas. And the 11 Anuvakas, Ekadashi means you become the Rudra, which is even subtler than defeating the 10. Even beyond the 10 is Ekadashi. And by chanting the Rudram, you will conquer not only the 10, but you become 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. Yeah, I find that funny. Okay, so the one and the only one you become, that is Ekadashi. The one that is actually priming all the 10, the one after all the 10 is the God himself. And that's why 1 and 1, 11. 11 stands a auspicious number for the Rudra. Now we are, I wanted to give that context because today is Vijayadashami. And Vijayadashami is very auspicious to start something. And the reason why it is very auspicious to start something is, whatever you start on this particular day after the 10 enemies are defeated has to be successful only. Because there is no agenda after that. If there is no intellect, no instinct, no ego, what are you doing it for? You are doing it for the sake of the society and for the welfare of the society. And when you do something as an offering, there is no agenda. When there is no agenda, you don't feel good or bad about it. You don't have jealousy associated with it. You don't have expectation, desire, attachment, everything. So anything that you do without all those 10, success only. Hello? You understand now how simple that is? Why they say, so what you undertake today has to be an incredibly auspicious mission that is beyond your simple boundary of this I consciousness. The expansion consciousness should start. And that's the beauty of all this Rudram is about yajna. Yajna means sacrifice. Huh? Sacrifice. Ashmacha me, mritikacha me, girayascha me, parvatascha me, sikatascha me, vanaspatayascha me, hiranyancha me, yascha me, seesancha me, trapuscha me, shyamancha me, lohancha me, agnischa me, apascha me, virudhascha me, voshadhayascha me, kristapachancha me, akristapachancha me, gramyascha me, pashava aranyascha, yajnena kalpantam. God has given all these things to you. God has given you desire. God has given you all these things as an instrument to be used for the yajna, for sacrifice. Yajna is sacrifice. So all these are tools that are given to you. The tools that are given to you, it is impossible when you are in the body to be able to not associate it with the tool. But the moment you recognize it is a tool, your attitude completely changes. You can use your anger as a tool for yajna, for sacrifice. You understand? See, now people ask the question, oh, if all of this is defeated, all of this is gone, how can I exist in the world? What can happen? It's not that they don't exist. They are tools. And the tools, the Dasha Bhuja, 10, if you look at the mother Durga, she has either Ashtadasha Bhuja or Dasha Bhuja or 8 Bhujas. Bhujas means shoulders, hands. Yeah, you see the mother Kali holding so many different instruments. The Dasha Bhuja means she has 10 arms, and in each of these arms she is holding a weapon. Each of these weapons stands for the 10 that I just mentioned. So when you look at the mother and her form, what is she showing? She is showing all these weapons are under her control. But you are under the control of the weapon, the tool. We are controlled by the tool. She controls the tool. Huh? Now, how beautiful that is the supreme thing about why Hindu gods are holding all these different weapons is because they are showing to the world, control the weapon. Don't be controlled by the weapon. Don't get controlled by the weapon. So the Dasha Bhuja is the 10 weapons, and the 10 weapons she is holding. Hey, I am controlling all this. When you surrender to me and when you do my work, guess what? You will be also controlling each of these weapons, each of these tools. Sarvabadha prashamanam. Trailokyasya akhileshwari. Evameva tvaya karyam. Asmad vairi vinashanam. Asmad vairi, my enemies. Vinashanam, destroy mother. Destroy these enemies. So that all my troubles, sarvabadha prashamanam, all my troubles are dissolved. Trailokasya akhileshwari. She is the supreme of all the 3 worlds. Evam, eva, tvaya, karyam. Whatever work I do, evam, eva, tvaya, karyam. Whatever work I do is your work. Asmadvairi vinashanam. Destroy the enemies within me. Because these enemies inside you are stopping you to do her work. But when you convert each and every aspect of your existence into her work, her, his, it, doesn't matter, okay? I'm using only her today because it is Vijayadashami. But otherwise I will say he only. Or I may say it or that. Doesn't matter. In fact, it is that. Okay? So, that is the context of how do we actually then transform ourselves into that, is by seeing that everything around us is him. And this next Anuvakam we are chanting talks about even thieves, the killers, the terrorists, also as form of God. This is supreme. I may be causing trouble here in this hotel. Ayyo. Namas sahamanaya nivyadhina avyadhininam pataye namo. Kakubhaya, next Anuvakam that we are going to learn is about the existence of God in everything, even beyond the good and the bad, it doesn't matter. Sometimes these things are created only for us to be able to realize the Supreme in everything. Now, the next Anuvakam is the third Anuvakam. The third Anuvakam is Namassahamanaya Nivyadhina Avyadhininam Pataye Namaha. So, Namasahamanaya Nivyadhina Avyadhininam Pataye Namo. Namasahamanaya Nivyadhina Avyadhininam Pataye Namo. Namasahamanaya Nivyadhina Avyadhininam Pataye Namo. Namah Kakubhaya Nishangine Namah Kakubhaya Nishangine Stenanam Pataye Namo. Namah Kakubhaya Nishangine Stenanam Pataye Namo. Namo Nishangina Ishudhimate Taskaranam Pataye Namo. Namo Nishangina Yishudhimate Taskaranam Pataye Namo. नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते
नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते
स्थायूनां पतये नमो
सायूनां पतये नमो सायूनां पतये नमो
नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो
नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते सायूनां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते सायूनां पतये नमो
नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो
नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो
Okay. नमो निचेरवे परिचरा
नमो निचेरवे परिचरा नमो निचेरवे परिचरा
नमो निचेरवे परिचराय
नमो निचेरवे परिचराय नमो निचेरवे
परिचराय आरण्यानां पतये नमो
आरण्यानां पतये नमो आरण्यानां पतये नमो
नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो
नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो
So Paricharaya Aranyanam Pataye becomes Paricharayaaranyanam. Paricharaya Aranyanam. Okay? Nicherave Paricharaya means the people that are hanging around in the night time in the forests. Huh? To loot people that are going in forests. Okay? Now you may be wondering what is that to do with, and it is saying that the guys that are, he is the Lord of those who are hanging around in the night to loot in the forest other people. He is the Lord of those, and I salute to them, to him. Ayo, what is happening? All of a sudden, Swami has become the head of all the looters. Huh? This is the beauty of Rudram. There is nothing that is not touched in Rudram. No profession that is not touched. No being that is not touched. No animal that is not touched. No plant that is not touched. No element of earth that is not touched. The entire cosmos is touched in Rudram. Therefore, this expansion consciousness Rudram, the reason why Bhagavan is emphasizing everybody should chant Rudram, everybody should chant Rudram is exactly this, brothers and sisters, if you have not yet figured it out. It has nothing to do with Hinduism. This is nothing to do with Hinduism. Forget Hinduism. Hinduism is irrelevant, because is there any religion that will say, I pray to the Lord that is head of all the looters that are hanging around in the forest in the night time? Yeah? Hermes.
Yeah,
Is the god of thieves. Yeah. Now, my friend here is trying to link Rudram to Greek philosophy. In fact, there is no philosophy that is not touched by the Vedic hymns. Period. There is no faith, there is no religion, there is nothing that is not touched by Vedic hymns. I will assure you that. I will assure you that. That's why it is not, because this is the eternal dharma. This is dharma that eternal means no time bound. This is the reason why Vedic hymns are said are not composed by individual. These are supreme truths that are applicable to the human being. So is there any faith that is not applicable to human? Because every faith is created by human being only. If you take all the other religions except the Sanatana Dharma, they have a personified God, they have a Messiah, they have a book. You want specific examples? Take Christianity. Who is the God? God is not Jesus. Father. Father, they refer to the Father, right? That's the God. That is Jehovah. And who is the Messiah? Jesus. What's the book? Bible. Take Buddhism, which is the most ancient that human being can relate to, the religion. Buddha actually said, don't worship me. He said, I am irrelevant. But people put his idol there. He said, you should only worship the Dharma Patha. It's called Dhamma Padam. Huh? He said, Buddha doesn't mean a person. Buddha means an enlightened one. So there are so many Buddhas. Every one of you is a Buddha. I am also a Buddha, not Buddhu. There are Buddhus and there are Buddhas. Don't call Buddha. Please don't say Buddha as Buddha. Buddha means old guy. So don't call Buddha. No, Buddha is not Buddha. It is Buddha. Buddha means enlightened one. And enlightened one had shown the path of Dhammapadam. Dhammapadam means the path of Dharma, the wheel of Dharma. And we did this, no? The students did for Buddhism. And what did Buddha's most supreme mantra that he has given is Om Mani Padme Hum. That is the supreme. It's called 8-lettered Maha Mantra called Om Mani Padme Hum. But Buddha did not follow Sanskrit. He followed Pali. All these mantras sound very different because they are the Vikruti of Prakriti. Like, what that means is they are simplified for people to connect to. Therefore, it is called Vikruti. Vikruti is Pali. Prakriti is the original version is Sanskrit. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum means there is the jewel right below the lotus of my heart. That is what he said. And when he went into enlightenment, he connected to this jewel that is right below the lotus of the heart. And that is what the Veda mantra actually said. Padma koshak pratikashagum hridayanchapyadhomukham atho nishtyavitasthante nabhyam uparitishthati jwalamala kulam bhati vishwasyayatanam mahat santatagum silabhistulam bhatya kosha sannibham. Padmakoshak pratikashagum hridayanchapyadhomukham. There is a lotus right below the heart, and that Padmakosham is heart, the sheath of the lotus. Underneath that sheath right there is a jewel. That is what that mantra is saying. In that jewel, there is a lightning rod. In that lightning rod, right at the center, there is a hair, there is a small rice grain sized light. Within that, there is a spark. And when you connect to this spark, you will connect to the spark of everyone that is the same, that is associated with every being. Gama gamasthang gamanadishunyam chidrupadipam timirapaharam pashyamite sarvajanantarastham namami hamsam paramatma rupam. That spark is the one that is giving the breath of so and hum. Hello. We are chumma chanting. Padma Goshak Pratikashakam Mrtayancha. How many people just chant these mantras? But when you connect to what that mantra is saying, it is nothing to do with Hinduism, because Buddha discovered the same thing after incredible penance, that there is a lotus of the heart, and right at the center of the lotus of the heart there is a jewel, and the jewel is what is the one that caused him enlightenment. So why I went into this is, so Greek, Hermes, the god of thieves, or any of these other faiths that have come up with, all of them are coming from the fundamental source of the scientific truths that are embedded in Vedic hymns. And when you connect to these Vedic hymns, you are connecting to yourself. When you connect to yourself, when you know yourself, that is what it means. Vid is to know. Veda means the one who knows. By knowing which, you know everything. Know that. By knowing which, you know everything. That is the essence of Veda. Now, Namas Sahamanaya Nivyadhina Avyadhini. Let us, I can go on. There is the third religion, which also has a personal God, a Messiah, and a book. Islam, but there is one before that also, no? Zoroastrianism. Okay, go to Zoroastrianism. Yeah, what's the God? Mazda. Mazdatmoye vahishta. Shobhanacha vavavocha. Dhatu vahu manangaha. Ashada Yeshudin. That's Parsi. Mazda. People when they are singing this Om Tat Sat Sri Narayan tu, they are singing whatever they want. Yava Shakti tu they sing. It is not Yava Shakti tu. Om Tat Sat Sri Narayana tu, Purushottama Guru tu, Siddha Buddha tu, Skanda Vinayaka Savita Pavaka tu, Brahma Mazda. That is where Zoroastrianism. Brahma Mazdatu. Next one is not Yava Shakti tu. Yehovah Shakti tu. Next one is Yeshu Pita Prabhu tu. Rudra Vishnu tu. Rama Krishna tu. Rahima Davu tu. Vasudeva Go Vishwarupa tu. Chitananda Haritu. Chidananda Haritu. Advitiya tu. Akala, Nirbhaya, Atmalinga, Shiva, Tu. Now when you look at this prayer, do you know who composed this prayer? Babara. Bengali author. Vinoba Bhave. It's adapted from him. Now, how beautiful that prayer is. In Mazda is the personal god of Zoroastrianism. Messiah is Zoroaster himself. And then the book is? Hello, SSC teachers should know this in and out. We are supposed to teach all of this to the children. Not just teaching shlokas and shokas. Shoka means crying. We have to teach. This is Swami, essence of Swami's path is the path of all, unity. So, I may be wearing this, but when I talk about Jesus, the same reverence I have for Swami will come to Jesus only. In fact, in one dream, Swami actually gave me the entire essence of Jesus' crucifixion. He is all described in one chant in Vedic hymns. On a Christmas Eve, I got that beautiful vision of when Jesus was being crucifixed. In the background, this Vedic chant was happening. I was saying, oh my God, what's happening here? What is this crucifixion connected to this mantra? I was afraid at that time, actually, I was teaching Purusha Suktam. And when I was teaching Purusha Suktam, I had no idea what all of this stuff meant. But that in the Purusha Suktam it is described, the one has decided to become the many. And when he decided to become the many, he had to sacrifice himself. When he sacrificed himself, they made him the animal for sacrifice. and they tied him up with ropes. As everybody was watching, this animal was sacrificed. And when the animal was sacrificed, the blood and everything started coming out. This is all Jesus' crucifixion only. If I tell you, mantra by mantra, I can tell you the meaning of it. It is 100% crucifixion of Jesus. And when this mantra was happening in the background, when I described this actually in Netherlands, some of the people asked me to come to their church and describe this. How it is described in Purusha Suktam. Tam yajnan barihishi praukshan purusham jatamagrataha tena deva ayajanta sadhya rushayasche. When the sacrifice was over, out came the supreme Purusha, and everybody around was watching this supreme Purusha coming out of this after this sacrifice. Then what happened after the sacrifice? Mukham kimasya, kaubahu, kavuru, pada uchchete. What happened to his shoulders? What happened to his face? What happened to his feet? Every place where a nail was hit. What happened to all those? Then he said, Brahmanosya mukhamasid. From Jesus' face came the Brahmanas. Bahu Rajanya Kuta. When the blood was flowing through after crucifixion, when he was resurrected, what happened? The entire lepers that were touched by the water where the blood went, all their skin diseases were cured. They became immediately cured. The blood flowed through all the things. So what happened? After the crucifixion, he became Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam. Now I understand this Supreme One has resurrected. He is nothing but the Supreme God Himself has came out of Him. What is this? We are chanting Purusha Suktam. Every time I chant Purusha Suktam, I can connect to Jesus like that. Every time I am chanting Purusha Suktam, I am actually chanting, celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So brothers and sisters, these Vedic hymns are nothing to do with Hinduism. Erase it. But live the consciousness. This is the experience of Bhagavan. Yesterday, Vijayadashami quote was exactly that. He is talking about when you connect to His glory, when you connect to His name, you will be able to connect to every single person, every single being, every single animal, every single plant, every single twig, every single boulder. This is the essence of Rudra chanting. This is the essence of Vedic chanting. Now, Messiah, Yehovah. Messiah is the Jesus. The book is the Bible. Next one is Islam. God is Allah. Allahu Akbar. Next one is the book. The Messiah is Muhammad. And the book is, take Judaism. God is Jehovah. Next one, Messiah is Moses. Not come yet. What do you mean not come yet? You're waiting for him. Third one is, the book is 10 Commandments. That's the scripture that was given to him. But what is the God for Hindus in Sanatana Dharma? There are 10 million gods described. Whichever God you want to choose, choose. Monkey, choose. Bird, choose. Snake, choose. Stone, choose. Peacock, every single thing is God. Which one you want to choose? Twig choose also, yes. Choose anything you want. Who is the personal God? Which Messiah you want to pick? Which Messiah you want to pick? That's the question you have to ask. There are millions of Messiahs. There are millions that have done the miracles of resurrecting from the death. Even very recent examples you can take. Very recent examples. Every single one is a Messiah. Why? Because they're connected to the Supreme Consciousness. You take an Aurobindo Ghosh, a Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Nisargadatta Maharaj, Ramana Maharshi, everyone that you can think of, each one of them is a Messiah. They live the consciousness of. And then what book you want to choose? Hello, which one? You can choose any book you want. Ramayana, Mahabharata, everything, Bhagavatam. So many books are there. Which book you want to choose? Because they don't know what book to choose. They put it on a Vyasapitam near the thing and they go and touch the book. But they never care what is in the book. Hello. They are only touching the book so they can think that something inside from here should come from here. And that's why they're touching the book. Touch. Ayo, Ramayana pat ho raha hai, Gayatri pat, pat, wo pat, everything is pat, and they're touching the book. Nothing is coming inside. Why? Because when this is dense than this, what's happening? From here it is flowing inside. Whatever he has also is getting lost. Huh? Now you understand. But the point Swami is saying, Arey, this stuff is not for touching, da. This stuff is for living. You have to live the mantra. You have to sing his glory. You have to celebrate his story. You have to be existing only for him. Every time something a point to him. Bhagavan. Focus. One pointed focus to God is this. One pointed focus is everything that you come across. Swami only. When we have that consciousness, then we are living the mantra. We are not just chanting the mantra. Now we are all thinking, what? I thought I'll simply learn some Rudram so I can go to temple and chant. Everybody is very impressed. Amma, what chanting he is doing, man. Huh? Which guru taught you? Some Maharaj taught you. No, what Maharaj? That guy is a stupid fellow working in Monsanto company. Huh? What Maharaj? Nothing. Hello. No Maharaj taught. No guru, no great guru taught. He is the one that is incredible compassion. When you connect to him, everything has to flow only. Because you are connecting to broadband. No more dial-up. Broadband connected. Then what happens? Everything, no slow connection, right? Constantly things are just clicking. Why? Because you are connected to the supreme power. You are connected to the power that is existing in every single being. This is the aspect about Namasahamanaya, Nivyadhina Avyadhina. Now, why did I come here? Because he pointed out Hermes is the god of thieves. Yes, of course, you will find. No, it is nice. I am really impressed that the children are actually paying attention to what they are learning in school. So I am not making fun of you guys. I am very happy and proud of you. That is, they are learning this mantra and saying, oh my God, this is what it means in Greek philosophy, that Hermes is the god of thieves. And you were telling the other gods also in the first one. Huh? What are the other gods described in Greek philosophy that are part of the second Namakam? Here, you take the mic and explain. Huh? No, why you are feeling shy now? Come. You are also Guru. Come. What? Come. Huh? Why you are feeling shy? Come. Swami will be very happy with you that you discovered this. Come. Yes. Yeah. I want him to take few minutes and explain the second Anuvakam, how he connected to Greek philosophy.
In the first line of the second Anuvakam, it says, Namo Hiranyabhavave Senanye Disham Chapate. And Hiranyabhavave means golden shoulders. And the Titan Lord Hyperion is the Lord of the Sun, and he has golden shoulders. And
Senanya Dishanchapati, he is the ruler of all the directions.
yeah, and that means the ruler of all the directions. And Hyperion is the Lord of the East. And next part means he commands the armies, and he also commands the armies of the sun. And then in another part, I forget where, it describes as something about Earth, and it connected to the Greek goddess Gaia, who is the goddess of the Earth, and I forgot how, but it listed.
Krikshebhyo Harikeshebhyo, yeah? Vananam Pataye Namo, yeah. Very good. Anything else? Next week onwards you're sitting and taking the class, no? Okay. Give him a hand. Jai Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram. This is exactly what the purpose, that's why I don't call this class, it's called Rudram study. It's a Adhyayanam. In fact, the people that are studying Veda are called Adhyayi, Swadhyaya. They are called Swadhyaya Pravachanecha. Swadhyaya means, Adhyaya means study. Swadhyaya means study of the self. Huh? Study of the self is what is called Swadhyaya. And when you start doing the study of the self, you will get so many revelations. And the point is, that's what I'm really very proud of, what the children are connecting to, because this is going to stay with them forever. They will be so confident when they go in front of somebody to explain, what is this stuff you are chanting? Then they will say, this stuff is nothing to do with this Shiva and the guy with a trident and all this stuff. This stuff is about knowing myself, that myself is expressed in so many different things. There is the reflection and myself. Everything that is reflected is myself only, and I bow to myself and my reflection. Okay, let's go back to Namasahamanaya Nivyadina. Nama Sahamanaya Nivyadina Avyadini Nam Pataye Namo Kakubhaya Nishangine Stenanam Pataye Namo Namo Nishangina Yishu Dhimate Taskaranam Pataye Namo Namo Vanchate Parivanchate Stayunam Pataye Namo Namo Nicherave Paricharayaranyanam Pataye Namo Namaha. When we close, we can say Namaha, and we'll continue in the next class. And the rest of the meanings I will describe. All the different professions in the next Anuvakas are described. How many types of professions exist for a human being is described in the next two Anuvakas. And to recognize that in every profession, God is there. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vritti Rupena Samstita. Vritti means profession. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Vritti Rupena Samstita. And vritti doesn't mean one vritti is greater than other vritti. Gunavarna Vibhaka. God has created different professions so that they all come to existence in unison. It's not that one profession is greater than the other. The one that is doing service, the one that is doing Purohitam, as I explained, I think somewhere what Purohita means that he is living only for the welfare of that particular society. Vishwam Pushtam Grame Asmin Anaturam. That's what Rudram says. Vishwam Pushtam, let there be always prosperity in the whole world. Asmin Grame Anaturam. Now Vishwam Pushtam Grame Asmin Anaturam. It means my village, my clan, everybody in my village, let them be happy, let them prosperous, let their professions prosper. This is the prayer. That's why it is a supreme prayer. Even if you cannot chant, listening itself is enough. But if you can chant knowing, intent-wise, saying that, let this happen, God is looking for that power of intent. And when we chant with that intent, that is Vijayadashami. Okay? That's when the victory comes. Because when everybody around us is happy, then what happens? We are happy. If everybody around us is a castor oil face, then what happens? We also go into depression. Ayyo, what happened? Ayyo, everybody is unhappy. Ayyo, what happened? Why you are like that? Hello, Swami is here. No, be happy. He's saying, be happy, be happy. Troubles will come, be happy. Be happy. Challenges will come, be happy. Cannot get up 5:30 in the morning for Suprabhatam. Be happy. No, not be happy. Do something about it. Hello, come to Suprabhatam. No. Suprabhatam is awakening. Suprabhatam is awakening. One of these days I will explain to you the meaning of Suprabhatam. You will not give up Suprabhatam. Body will wake up automatically to do the Suprabhatam. Once you know the meaning of it. Now today you are all thinking, wake up, O Lord, Lord of Parthi, as if he is sleeping. Who is sleeping? He is not sleeping. You are sleeping in slumber. So wake up and wake. What? That's the whole Suprabhatam. Swami told one time. It was shared with one of greatest long time devotees of Bhagavan. A person with complete leprosy came to Puttaparthi. It was stinking. Swami came out and he looked at him and said, Swami, problem, this body has problem. He said, don't worry, just do Suprabhatam. Every day he started doing Suprabhatam. Entire leprosy was cured within 6 months. No medication. Not even kidding. Swami didn't even create vibhuti, nothing. Just to do Suprabhatam, he told him. What happened when you do the Suprabhatam? Every single cell of the body rejuvenates. Freshness flows in. Just the fact that you can get up at 4:30 in the morning and 5:30 you are doing Suprabhatam and chanting, you will imagine, I don't have to go exercise. When I am chanting Rudram, automatically, whole sweat is dripping, come on. It's like running for a marathon, really, literally speaking. The whole thing is dripping. Why? Because the whole body is rejuvenated. So please, go to Suprabhatam nearest neighborhood. Otherwise, sit at your home and do it. At least they are creating cyber spirituality now. Online you can do it. Cyber spirituality. Okay? Om Sri Sai Ram. Om Shanti.